Corruption kwa hii Kenya ni kitu kinaanzanga pole pole ili kifikie kiwango kubwa.
Ministry of Energy, we have Energy Regulatory Commission, we have Kenya Power Commission, we have Kenya Power and Lightning, we have KenGen. We have 4 parastatals dealing with the same product, electricity. These are conduits for thugs to steal money. Why can't we only have one parastatal deal? Because at the end of the day, whether you are generating, whether you are transmitting, or whether you are bringing it to the end user, you're only bringing one thing, electricity. Whether it's generation or from the bulb is one thing. So why do we need 4 parastatals dealing with the same thing?
Ukikuja kugundua hiyo EACC au directors wanabadilisho kila wakati. Unakuta director wameletwa wapya, lakini wale wafanyikazi ni wale wamekuwa miaka 8 yenye imeisha. Sasa pia unakuja kugundua kuna vitu mingi sana zenye pia zifikii wale, na zile zenye zinafikia wale director wageni pia sio zile zenye ziko na umuhimu, lakini watu wangetaka iende holistically. Tuanze kwa EACC, kuanzia kwa mtu mwenye anapikia watu chai pale kwa EACC hadi kwa director mkubwa, wabadilisho tu wote, ama wenye wameletwa wapya wapewe watu wapya, maana kuna wenye ni gatekeepers pale kwa EACC.
Good morning and welcome to our inaugural Candid Conversations business show. Today's show is brought to you courtesy of KEPSA, Kenya Private Sector Alliance, SAIP, Center for International Private Enterprise, and Milestones Resource Solutions. Today, we shall be discussing what triggers corruption in organizations.
One of the biggest triggers for corruption in institutions, in organizations, is actually lack of clarity in terms of policies and procedures that would provide guidance to decision making. And so lack of clarity really provides an opportunity, a loophole, and that's what most businesses are actually creating an environment that supports corruption by not having clear procedures.
Tell me, Wamboi, does that mean that it's now become a norm that I must be corrupt in order to get business?
I don't want to say it's the norm, because that would condemn us totally and completely.
Yeah.
I would want to say it has greatly facilitated business. The inefficiencies in our systems, for me, is what creates that challenge.
Okay.
It is not the norm. It is the inefficiencies that have greatly facilitated the growth of corruption, if you ask me.
Seeing all these corrupt issues, companies being implicated every single day, and nothing happens. Now, is the law set up to protect these corrupt organizations?
One of the challenges with the law is that when you're prosecuting a crime, such as, contaminated sugar or unfit products, you need 2 elements. You need what is called mens rea, which is the mental element, the intention to commit the crime. And then you need the actus reus, the actual act or omission that is faulty. Now, it's very hard normally in a legal sense to attribute an intention to a corporate, to a company. Because as we know, companies act through individuals. Companies act through the board of directors. A company in itself is just, it's like a paper fiction. We call it this company, but the people behind it, they are the people who make the decisions. So you'll find that normally when something has gone wrong, we will be looking at the individuals who made those decisions, the ones who formed the intentions, and those are the people more likely to be prosecuted.
What is your interest in ensuring that Kenya businesses run clean enterprises?
Our interest is to help bring down the barriers of creating an enabling environment for business. And corruption is one of those barriers. Therefore, to do that, we work with think tanks and associations such as we have here, KEPSA and RETRAC. And the idea is to build the capacity of these associations to address some of these challenges. That is why we are interested, because we believe that if we can bring down corruption, we can help create organizations and businesses that are sustainable, and in so doing enable business growth and creation of jobs.
What about the legal implications to engaging in corruption within organizations?
So obviously for individuals who are implicated, they are personally liable and they can face criminal prosecution. Often there are statutory penalties, so you can go to jail or you can have to pay a fine. If you're a director, you can be disbarred from sitting as a director of other companies. So So there are severe consequences for individuals. Now under the new Bribery Act, we also have quite harsh penalties for companies. So companies can also have to pay fines, but they can also be disbarred from public tenders.
What's the impact to a company when that particular company is actually branded to be corrupt?
When a company is branded corrupt, that means it's associated with corruption. And we've seen examples like that. When a company is seen to be corrupt, we have seen companies collapsing. For example, I think in the media, was it yesterday, a new bank was launched by the governor. A bank was launched. But why is that bank launched? It's because another bank collapsed. And the reason why that bank collapsed was because the directors were fraudulent to the extent of about 16 billion Kenya shillings. So when you are corrupt, you collapse a business. That's essentially the implication. Therefore, when you're corrupt, you actually go against what your brand is supposed to achieve. You also affect sustainability because for the people who used to benefit from that bank, who used to bank, they lost money. And we've seen that severally in Kenya. And then when you look internationally, we've seen a brand that used to sell tires in Kenya. And internationally, they got fined for corrupt practices in Kenya. They were fined also to the tune of 16 million US. And their local branch was closed. So corruption affects, kills brands in essence.
It is a global problem. The challenge we have in Kenya is that corruption is in our face. It's here. I don't wake up every morning, I see it. And from the level of the economy where it is, we actually cannot afford. But for us, it hurts. It hurts with employment, it hurts with health, it hurts with everything. What do you think?
It's time for action. And I say it's time for action, recognizing that I say that as KEPSA, that we have accepted this responsibility. We have spoken loudly about these issues of corruption. And so even as we hold government to account, even as we speak to the public sector, we also have to take time within the private sector to be able to clean our own house.
I think one of the ways that a business can start cleaning itself is by complete compliance. If I am compliant with all the laws and regulations that govern the space within which I'm operating in, then I really have a stand when somebody comes and asks for something to, shall I say, try out the justice system. Because I know, and I have seen lately, you see a lot of that, of people standing their ground. Was I overspeeding? No. So if you really want to prove let's go, let me be willing to take the extra mile. Let me be willing to be inconvenienced to prove that there is no wrong I have committed. Once I am totally compliant, I should then start standing my ground. And if I think if a lot of us stand your ground because you know you're compliant, we will start reversing the losses that we made with corruption.
Thank you. What is SIPE doing? How can SIPE, because SIPE is interested in this space where business can work, business can do their business in a very transparent manner. So what is SIPE's perspective on the business transition to a clean enterprise?
Well, first of all, let me say, I think we've spoken enough. And I think what is apparent is that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Just by SIPE convening, in partnership with KEPSA, convening this conversation is a beginning step. So for SIPE is to create capacity to have these sort of discussions. Of course, we are partnering with KEPSA on that anti-corruption compliance course. So what SIPE will do is continue to engage with KEPSA and such like organizations to build the capacity to have this sort of conversations. But then, even beyond being about talking about SIPE, I want to talk to myself as a Kenyan. I am here seated today. It's not about what other people are doing. The question I'm asking myself, what is my role? They keep saying that if you're pointing a finger, four are pointing back at you. So the question I want to ask ourselves, I know we are frustrated, but the question is, what are we doing as individuals?
Okay.
We will, working with KEPSA, we will try to create this sort of forums to get people to have this discussion. What we're also seeking is to have a collective action portal where we can come together. we can form a situation whereby we have a platform to engage government, whether it's to engage government on policy issues. But we're asking Kenyans are very good at coming to this sort of forum, but when you ask them to participate, they go silent. We have a thing about silence as Kenyans. When we are called to put our neck out, what we're asking people is to engage. But as SAIC, we will continue to provide the enabling environment and facilities. But really, it's for us to continue these conversations and to participate in this course that we're talking about, so that we can to engage with EACC, so on and so forth, so that then we can continue the conversation and begin acting on the things that we're talking about here.
Hiyo vita ya ufisadi inastahili kuendelea, na isiendelee nusu, ibakishe nusu, ianze pale chini. Kama sasa tuseme mambo ya barabara, kwa matatu ni kawaida, kila akipita askari anawacha 50.
Tunataka serikali wanyakanya hawa watu hiyo manyumba, ndio irudishe ile pesa waliiba. Wakiwachiliwa hiyo manyumba, wataendelea kuiba tu. Wengine wataiba na wanyamaza, lakini wakishikwa na kuwekwa ndani na mali yao irudishwe kwa serikali, Kenya itaendelea vizuri. Lakini tukipomoa nchi yetu, tutarudi umaskini.
Kama ingekuwa wako serious, wanachukua immediately, huyu amekula pesa ya NYS na anafunga miaka 20 na kunyang'anywa vitu zote mpaka zile ambazo alikuwa ametafuta na halali. Ndio iwe funzo kwa wale ambao wanataka kuchukua. Itakuwa kila mtu anaheshimu, mpaka subchief ataheshimu.